Hello, this is Adam Kokesh coming to you from Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's Sunday, June 7th, 2009. We are 512 days from victory. And although we are a year and a half out from the election, it feels like we're running a full-speed campaign already. Since we launched our main site last Monday, we've had lots of new signups, thousands of messages of support, and hundreds who have signed up for the FTW 112 communicator. I've been traveling all over the district, talking to Democrats, Republicans, Greens, Independents, Libertarians, and so far, they've all been very receptive to our message. We've gotten a lot of feedback and questions about my pledge to only accept the national average income instead of the standard congressional salary of approximately $170,000. So I want to explain a little bit about exactly how that's going to work, because it wouldn't be fair to the people of the district or the right thing to do to simply give that money back to the federal government. So what I'm going to do is take each paycheck and prorate it to the national average income and then donate the balance to a charity that serves our local communities here in New Mexico's 3rd District. Last Wednesday, I was invited to speak to a group in Albuquerque called FYI Politics. It's a continuation of a Ron Paul meetup group currently organized by Lance with Channel 27. I also did a taping for him for his TV show earlier in the day, and that'll be airing next week. You can see the details for that on our calendar. And the event went incredibly well. It was a very enthusiastic group. We got a lot of new sign-ups for volunteers who will be coming to our first volunteer barbecue meetup right here later tonight in Santa Fe. And they're very excited to be helping out for our event that's coming up on Independence Day, July 4th, Celebrate American Revolution. Of course, that's also the day of the money bomb. And I'm really excited to see that our supporters have declared a money bomb for Independence Day with all the significance that entails. But I'm also particularly excited with how they've gone about doing this, because they think we can still as a movement reach out to 100,000 people. But this time, they're only asking for $10 per person. And what this does is set the bar for investment in liberty very, very low, and creates a great opportunity for people to bring others into our movement who might not have heard the message yet. So I would really encourage you guys to take advantage of this opportunity, talk to people you know, show them some of the incredible videos that our supporters have created, and remember that if the people you're talking to aren't ready to donate, that's fine. If they're not ready to make an investment in liberty, don't worry, as long as they're hearing you and you're having fun doing it. And speaking of having fun, you should see some of the videos that our supporters have created. The one put up by Rep Freedom Force just last week has already cleared 10,000 views and counting. And of course, the pledges keep coming in at thisjuly4th.com, so please, if you're ready to pledge, go ahead there and sign up. The day that we launched our site was also the day of the first Rand Paul money bomb, or mini bomb, and we easily cleared our goal of raising $50,000 for Rand, and you can track his progress at randpaul2010.com. It's really important that this early on in the cycle, we support all the candidates, or potential candidates, that are going to be fighting for liberty and standing up for the Constitution in the elections in 2010, because we don't know yet which ones are going to be the most likely victories for our movement. So speaking of that, we've got an exciting race shaping up in Oklahoma, where a fellow Iraq vet and good friend of mine, R.J. Harris, is also running for Congress. He's got a money bomb coming up on June 19th, and I would encourage you all to support him. You can find out more about that at rjharris2010.com. Last week, I also got to attend Taos Peace Week, so thanks to the town of Taos and Mayor Cordova for supporting that and all the other groups that came together to make that happen. I got to testify on a Winter Soldier panel about my experiences in Iraq, as well as give a presentation about post-traumatic stress disorder. And while I was there, I met David Bacon, who is a former candidate for governor of New Mexico with the Green Party. He was very encouraging and gave me a lot of good advice about state-level politics here. Now, I also met with Rick Lass, who was a Green Party candidate for Public Regulations Commission, who won a lot of crossover votes from Democrats. Now, he pointed out something very, very telling about our state. We've had Democrats in charge pretty much continuously since 1927, and we are ranked among states almost near the bottom or at the bottom for nearly every social indicator. But then what do you expect in what has become commonly accepted as a pay-to-play state? And the fact is that with any government intervention in society and the unintended consequences that that entails, it is the people that end up paying the price for government corruption. Speaking of pay to play, Obama gave a speech in Cairo last week that has been widely praised for its candor. However, its hypocrisy was just as great, as Obama's policies are much closer to Bush's than most Democrats would like to admit, especially in the arena of foreign policy. Of course, you can read more about my thoughts on that at our blog at kokeshforcongress.com. You know, there was one thing Obama said, however, that I enthusiastically agreed with, and that was, you must maintain your power through consent, not coercion. Unfortunately, the kind of neoliberalism that Obama embodies is quite the opposite. It is the belief that it is moral to use the violence, force, and coercion of government to reshape society or the world to your vision. But on that point, there was one thing that Obama said, again, that I think was really just right on. No single speech can eradicate years of mistrust. Anyways, please check out the new site at kokeshforcongress.com and sign up to receive our weekly newsletters with information about the campaign, updates, and ways that you can get involved. So I'd like to leave you with a quote from Edward Abbey, who's one of my favorite authors. And he said something that I strive to live up to. A patriot must always be ready to defend his country against his government. Another one that is particularly poignant to my experience and that of the modern veteran. The tragedy of modern war is that the young men die fighting each other instead of their real enemies back home in the capitals. But the one I really want to leave you with today is this. Society is like a stew. If you don't stir it up every once in a while, then a layer of scum floats to the top. Thank you.